Do you know what is pawn square and how to draw that square? It is very important to calculate correctly because in time travel it is very difficult to understand move by move whether we will manage to catch up with the passed pawn or not. So we draw a diagonal in our head from the pawn to the last line, then we go down to the pawn line and walk along the other squares. Little by little this process will become automatic. So if here white's turn, white can go forward with their pawn, the square decreases and it means that black's king can't get into the square and will not be able to catch up this pawn. If here is black's turn, it means that black's king can get into the square and eventually to remove this pawn from the board. So let's analyze this position and figure out whether the black king can get into the pawn square or not. Right now, he is inside of the pawn square. And let's not to forget that the pawn can jump for 2 steps. It's a big advantage for white. But if here white takes right now on b7, it will be a big mistake because black's king can take, and even after jumping 2 steps, black's king can get into the pawn square and eventually to reach them and to remove from the board. That's why while this rook is pinned, white can win a time and immediately to push their pawn to g4. Black has to play king b8 to be free with their rook, but after bishop b7, king takes b7 and g5, the pawn square decreases and black's king can't be in time, can't get into the pawn square and to reach them.